You're watching KTN Weekend at 1. My name is Najima Ismail. Now, the Law Society of Kenya is against the formation of a tribunal and the suspension of 6 members of the Judicial Service Commission. LSK Chairman Eric Mutua says the move by the president could lead to a long legal battle between the judiciary and the executive, saying the move is unconstitutional. Mutua added that the suspension of the JSC members removes any powers of the remaining members in case the JSC will be required to transact any official matter. He says the appointment of new judges set for early next year is now uncertain.
Look at the composition of the tribunal. Remember, the chair of that tribunal at one point applied to be a judge of the Supreme Court. Is it Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal? Supreme Court. And he was not shortlisted. And he went out in public and said, no, that was unfair. This should not have been happened. I should have been shortlisted. Remember, one of the commissioners, Ahmed Nasil, saying that this position is not an entitlement to the Honorable Justice Rengara. Having had this kind of confrontation between one of the Judicial Service Commissioners and now the appointed chair, you don't expect justice from that tribunal.
Samburu County Deputy Governor Joseph Lemarkat last evening escaped death narrowly when the vehicle he was traveling in crashed at Kalama near Archer's Post in Samburu County. Speaking at the Isiolo Level 4 hospital where the Samburu County leader was rushed after the accident, one of the 3 men who were on board the vehicle, Abdi Leparmai, told KTN that they had a simultaneous tire burst on the 2 back wheels before the vehicle rolled into the bush. The crash happened along the Isiolo Marsabit Road. The driver, Ben Lemonga, also sustained serious head injuries.
Sisi tumekuja tu vizuri kidogo, tukasikia gari tumestop, kuingia msituni, gari karol. Baada kutoka tukaona kumbe gari mpata tire burst, miguu zote mbili ya nyuma. Sasa kutoka hapo tukapata msaada, tukaleta hospitali hapa tu.
Now, the executive director of the Orange Democratic Party, Margaret Langat, says President Uhuru Kenyatta has reneged on his promise of protecting media freedom. Margaret says the proposed amendments President Uhuru has recommended to the Kenya Information and Communication Bill 2013 will destroy the media and infringe on freedom of expression.
Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta tulidhani atasaidia wa Kenya. Sasa yeye ameanza kufanya ile mchezo tu ilikuwa inafanywa zamani. Ya ile tunaita game of musical chairs. Unarudisha kiti pande hii. Wakenya wanasema rekebisha hapa kwa sababu uhuru wa kusema ni uhuru ambao Wakenya wamejipa katika katiba ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo haiko jukumu ya bunge ama Mheshimiwa Rais kuchukua huo uhuru. Na tulikuwa tunamtarajia ya kwamba atasikiza sauti ya Wakenya, wapate nafasi ya kuweza kurekebisha mambo hayo ili sheria ambayo haitahujumu uhuru ya Wakenya isipitishwe. Lakini tunaona ya kwamba hata yeye sasa amefikia sasa wakati ambapo hajali tena ikiwa kama Wakenya wako na uhuru wao ama wanafurahia mambo yao ya katiba. Lakini sisi kama chama we will have a proper response. Tutakuwa na
President Uhuru Kenyatta arrived in Kampala, Uganda for the 15th summit of the EAC Heads of State, which is expected to endorse the Monetary Union Protocol. The protocol will provide for the roadmap to member states to put in place necessary requirements and policies for a strong monetary union. It will be implemented over a 10-year period, with a single currency to be launched at the last stage. The last stage will also culminate into the integration of member states' financial markets. The creation of the monetary union is the last phase in the economic integration process. The president will also take over the chairmanship of the EAC from Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni. Now, moving on, the Law Society of Kenya is against the formation of a tribunal. The Judicial Service Commission LSK Chairman, we apologize for that. We take that again. The Code Coalition is shaking up things with member parties among moving to rejuvenate themselves after a rough year. Immediately after the ODM party wound the first leg of its scheduled countrywide grassroots meetings, the Wiper Democratic Movement began its own two-day retreat in Naivasha. The retreat, which is in its second day today, is aimed at revitalizing the party after first doing a post-mortem analysis of their performance in the March general elections. The meeting brings together all governors, senators, county women representatives and other members of the National Assembly elected or nominated on the Wiper ticket.
Should bring them out so that we can deal with them and then be able to look at the party's orientation, because this is a serious political movement and we want to be able to prepare ourselves going to the future.
Now, with only 9 days to the Bungoma Senate by-election, different candidates are busy on the campaign trail. Moses Wetangula, Musikari Kombo, Bikwoli Wafoli and David Makali traversed different parts of the county hunting for votes. Here's KTN's Francis Ontomwa with the very latest from Bungoma.
Campaigns took an upward dimension, and today New Fort Kenya's candidate Musikari Kombo and rival Moses Wetangula were up and about in the county fishing out supporters. From door-to-door campaigns to grand political rallies, Kombo and his rival Wetangula were combing through Bungoma to woo voters ahead of the senatorial duel in the by-election. Kombo pitched camp in Kimilili town and parts of Mount Elgon in preparations for the showdown, touted as one of the toughest since the March general elections. Accompanied by former Justice Minister Eugene Wamalwa, Kombo made a passionate appeal to the government over the runaway insecurity in Bungoma County.
Mimi nataka kusema hivi ya kwamba tarehe 19 the government, the security forces must put enough security in place. Na hata mimi mwenyewe nitatoa security yangu ili linde wapigaji kura wetu. Ili mtu yeyote asitafute kura kwa njia ya uoga.
Wamalwa, who is also Kombo's party leader, accused rival camps of misleading voters over circumstances that occasioned the by-election.
Makueni, my predecessor at the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, my senior, Mutula Kilonzo, alikufa. Yeye alikuwa senator who was popularly and validly elected senator of Makueni County. Tuko pamoja? Alipokufa, watu wa Makueni wakasema tulimpenda Mutula senior. Tafadhali mtupe Mutula junior.
Immediate former Senator Moses Masika Wetangula of Fort Kenya, which is under the Code Coalition, was on the campaign trail in parts of Kabuchai and Bumula, and for him, the mini poll will play a replica to the March polls.
Mulipika kura mkanichagua, nikakuwa seneta wenu, wakasema turudie. Kwani mumehama Bungoma? Sini nyinyi muko. Kama ni msitu ni ule ule. Kama ni wanyama ni wale wale.
Stakes are high in the race, and political analysts now say the battle has gone beyond a simple battle between Amanis Kombo and arch-rival Moses Wetangula.
The senatorial race in Bungoma is bigger than Wetangula and Kombo. Behind Wetangula, there is the opposition force in Kenya. On the other hand, Eugene Wamalwa, Musalia Mudavadi would like to be relevant in the regional politics and at the national level. It is a rehearsal for 2017. It is not just a campaign for the 19th.
Another perceptible factor in this race will be the age-old rivalry between Mother Party Ford Kenya that sponsors Wetangula and its offspring New Ford Kenya of Musikari Kombo, a splinter group that later formed the party. This is also seen as another ground to muscle for power and control of the region. Other candidates in the race include former Bumula lawmaker Bifoli Wakwoli of the Labour Party of Kenya and David Makali, who is vying as an independent candidate. It is race against time here in Bungoma. Different approaches, different strategies, and all the candidates are promising nothing but a blockbusting finish come December 19th. Francis Ontomwa, KTN, Bungoma.
Now, moving away from Bungoma to Turkana, passengers who were stranded at the Marich police station after bandits ambushed vehicles along the Kitale-Lodwar highway arrived in Lodwar town last evening. Armed bandits have been waylaying vehicles on that route near the Kambi-Karaya area and attacking passengers and looting goods. Passengers using the Daya Express bus company are the latest victims of rising insecurity along the Turkana-West Pokot county's border. They were traveling from Kitale to Lodwar when their bus was stolen by angry residents from the Pokot community who were protesting the killing of a motorcycle mechanic along the Kainuk-Tarpal junction. Several passengers in the bus were injured. They also claimed the protesters stole their luggage and other personal items during the mayhem. However, the Pokot Central OCPD Nicholas Musulu dismissed complaints from passengers that their items had been looted. Turkana South OCPD John Bosco Mutu has cautioned drivers using the Kitale-Lodwar road to move in convoys escorted by security officers. Taveta Senator Dan Mwadzo says the Taita community was not involved in the crowning of President Uhuru Kenyatta as an elder of the community. The senator says for one to be recognized as an elder of the community, leaders have to be informed and consent given. He says those who gave the president that title used shortcuts and therefore the community does not recognize Kenyatta as an elder. He was speaking after meeting several county officials in Voi.
Kwa crown kuwa mtaita, alikuwa crown kama leader wa Jubilee. Na mimi nikamcrown Raila Odinga kama leader. Ama namna gani? Sawa mheshimiwa. Kila mtu anavutia pande wake. Lakini ile nataka nitoe ufafanuzi. Ile karamu ilifanyika, haikufanyika kama wataita. Kama ingefanyika kama Taita, mimi kama senator ningejua.
A nominated county representative in Kiambu, Jackson Juguna Karanja, was arraigned in a Thika court for allegedly raping a woman in a coffee plantation. Jackson Juguna appeared before resident magistrate S.R. Telewa, accused of raping a woman at Karangaita coffee farm in Riru last Sunday. He denied the charges and was released on a cash bail of 200,000 shillings and 100,000 surety bond. Curious residents flocked their court corridors to catch a glimpse of the member of the county assembly. The allegations, which had been the talk of town, led the suspect to keep a low profile. He left Thika but was later arrested in Nairobi after police traced his phone records. The case will be heard on the 1st of January 2014. Narok County Senator Stephen Ole Ntutu has called on the Narok residents to take girls to school and avoid early marriages. Ntutu was speaking during a fundraising to construct Ole Kariani Primary School in Narok South. Narok leaders who spoke at the event chases Narok residents for ignoring education for the girl child. They also argued communities living in the area to coexist in peace, inciting residents and focus on county development.
Mheshimiwa kijana, na wasalimu wote, mama na ni furaha. Bora nane nzipanga kwa sababu ya wezo ninyake. Hata hiyo kijana nilifurahia.
Hiyo maneno ya kwenda kusema ati serikali haijapeana basari. Tunangoja ward administrators na kama kuna kiongozi ambayo ako na nia nyingine hana haja ya kusaidia watu wake, tutaappoint ward administrator wa hiyo ward na basari itaenda kwa wananchi.
So kitu tu mimi ningependa kuomba pia wa Masai, hatutaki tujenge mashule na hakuna watoto ya kuingia. Kwa sababu hata tukijenga shule kubwa maridadi na bado mnatoa watoto kupatia mabwana wakiwa bado hiva, itakuwa na maana.
Kisumu County today hosted a colorful event dubbed Saving the Sitatunga Boat Race that took place at the Kisumu's Impala Sanctuary. Several counties participated in the race, including Homa Bay, Siaya and Busia counties. Homa Bay County's boat, christened Onsingomi Gure, clocked 14 minutes to emerge the overall winner of the 6-kilometer race, thereby clinching the prize of 100,000 shillings. In the second category was Siaya County's boat named Katete Jr. that clocked 15 and 5 to win 50,000 shillings, and in the third position was Busia County's machinery with a time of 15:06 and took home 40,000 shillings. In the women category, Siaya County's boat named Kaswa won with a time of 13 minutes in a 4-kilometer race. They pocketed 100,000 shillings. The annual event is meant to bond the Lake Victoria fishermen. Now, a large number of recognized organizations and individuals was celebrated for their excellence in customer service delivery during the launch of the 2014 Service Excellence Awards organized by the Institute of Customer Service of Kenya. Standard Group, Nakumatt Holdings, Nakada and Heritage Hotels were among the awarded corporate organizations recognized as some of the companies with excellent customer service relations. As Kenya celebrates 50 years of independence, speaking at the event, CEO of Heritage Hotels, Mohammed Hirsi, emphasized on the importance of customer appreciation skills which stand as strategic tool for business success.
UAP insurance. I'm looking to the day when organizations in Kenya will be looking at customer service as everyone's business. And that is what's going to drive Kenya as we move forward. And let us stop comparing ourselves. There's one word I hate most: south of Sahara, north of Limpopo. That is so analog. Who is south of Sahara? And who is north of Limpopo? You've actually chosen to compare yourself with mediocrity.
Well, we're now